Let me tell you a story. There was a little boy, and his family told him how nutritious and precious the wild animals are from a young age, and it's a symbol of high society. So he ate a lot of wild animals. Do you know what happened to him later? SARS from Pacuma lavata and bat, Ebola from chimpanzee, monkey, wild boar and bat, MERS from camel, AIDS from chimpanzee, etc. There are so many lessons from the past, and now there is a new life case. The new coronavirus is related to wild animal. At the beginning of 2020, as we contend with the new coronavirus epidemic, protecting the environment and protecting wild animals have received unprecedented attention from all humankind. A very good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to talk about why we should avoid eating wild animals. In my speech, I would like to highlight on the 3 reasons that we should avoid eating wild animals because they are no more nutritious than poultry and domestic animals. They haven't been quarantined, and by not eating them, we can protect the environment. Now that we have seen how serious the problems of eating wild animals is, let me share the reason with you. Firstly, wild animals are no more nutritious than poultry and domestic animals. People misunderstanding that they are both delicious and nutritious. During the long feeding process of poultry and domestic animal, we have formed a set of quarantine and disease prevention system for this animal. We have a certain degree of understanding of their health status, but we do not understand wild animal. Many people think that wild animals are delicious and nutritious, and even think that they are organic food and there is no pollution. However, Wang Leijun pointed out that from the perspective of modern nutrition, there is no obvious difference between wild animal and poultry and domestic animal. And from the current research result, it has not been found that wild animals contain anything that cannot be replaced by other animals. It is difficult to say that there is any special nutritional value by eating a single food. Therefore, there is no scientific basis for the claim that the nutritional value of wild animal is higher than poultry and domestic animal. According to nutritional data, bedpoles are rich in fat and contain more smooth muscle and collagen. But foods such as pork tendons, beef tendons, duck pump, chicken tendons, and beef throats are also contain the same ingredient. If 30 duck pump weigh as much as bedpole, then its nutritional content is not less than bedpole. Nutritionists have analyzed and compared the nutrition of poultry and domestic animal with wild animal and found that they are almost the same in terms of protein, carbohydrate, energy, and other major indicators. In addition, due to the impact of environment pollution, pesticide and heavy metal residue in the wild animal can be hundreds of times or even tens of thousands higher than in the normal environment. Once humans eat such animals, they may cause great harms to health. Secondly, wild animals have not been quarantined. According to the investigation, many wild animals on the market are poisoned to death or obtained through other illegal channels, and most of them have not been quarantined. Relevant experts say that eating wild animals is not necessarily nutritious, but may be harmful to health. The poultry and domestic animals are only put on the market after strict quarantine by the Health and Epidemic Prevention Department. The wild animals are often unknown. Humans begin lack understanding of the survival of this wild animal, and eating wild animal is very unsafe. According to Li Yankun, a doctor at Beijing Aerospace General Hospital, said that wild animals may suffer from a number of diseases, and their brain, blood, and muscle contain viruses and parasites. Normally, pathogens carried in wild animals will not be transmitted to humans. Only when humans destroy their living environment or hunt or eat wild animal will pathogen be transmitted to human. Especially when eating wild animal, diner may be infected with rabies, tuberculosis, plague, anthrax, hepatitis A, and other diseases. When wild animals are used as food, not only may they be infected by contact and consumption, but also the pathogen carried by wild animals will spread during hunting, transportation, and sales. Lian Kun explained that the virus is a kind of organism and is a kind of special life form. It needs to be attached to other life form, otherwise it cannot survive by itself. For one reason to another, when a virus runs from one species to another, the virus will break out because the new host has no control over it. The SARS virus runs from Pakuma lavata to human. Because humans do not have an inhibitory effect on it, it causes the epidemic of the entire disease. Another example is that HIV is stored in some chimpanzees under natural conditions. These chimpanzees are not sick, but due to an improper relationship between human and this chimpanzee caused the virus to run on human, and it became morbid and prevalent among humans. The Ebola virus outbreak in Congo in 1976 was also caused by people eating or touching this wild animal, which caused the virus to run on humans. I have spoken so far of wild animals are no more nutritious than poultry and domestic animals, and they haven't been quarantined. The final reason is by not eating them, we can protect the environment. Lastly, by not eating wild animals, we can protect the environment. After being infected by the virus, humans will kill the wild animal that caused the virus, which may lead to the extinction of the wild animal and damage the ecological environment. According to a report released by WWF in October 2016, due to the impact of human activity, the number of wild animals in the world has dropped by 58% since 1970. Studies have pointed out that biological extinction has accelerated, and even common wild animals such as cheetah, lion, giraffe are now in a crisis of survival. Destroy the ecological environment and destroy the food chain, leading to the degradation, extinction, spontaneous reproduction of some other wild animal. Experts say that there are a lot of viruses, bacteria, and parasites in many wild animals that may endanger human health. Excessive eating of wild animals may not only cause great harm to humans, but also cause great damage to wild animal resources and the entire ecological environment, thereby causing the collapse of the entire biological chain. The disappearance of this species is very serious. The reduction in the number of these wild animals will lead to more serious ecological problems such as disaster, insect pests, disease, and soil compaction and degradation. For example, if the ants are gone, what do the anteater eat? Wild animals are the product of nature. Nature is composed by many complex ecosystems. When a plant disappears, the insects that feed on them will disappear. Some insects are gone. The birds that prey on them will starve to death. The death of the bird will affect other animals. This is also caused by the food chain. Therefore, the destruction of large-scale wild animals will cause a series of chain reactions and have serious consequences. The destruction of the ecological environment has affected plants that rely on wild animals to spread population. For example, the tutu originally lived on the island in the Caribbean Sea. Later, because it became extinct, it also caused a species of tree on the island to become extinct. The reason is that the tutu can eat the seed of this tree and excrete it. The seed excreted by tutu can only take root. The extinction of certain kinds of birds involves changes in the quantity and quality of other animals and plants. If only one kind of birds cause such a big impact, then the extinction of many animals has an inestimable impact on human living environment. In In a nutshell, we have seen that we should avoid eating wild animals because there are no more nutrition than poultry and domestic animals that haven't been quarantined, and by not eating them, we can protect the environment. Do you remember the little boy I mentioned at the beginning? Do you want to know his ending? Now, he is lying in the intensive care unit for treatment. He can only use a respirator to maintain his life because he is suffering from the new coronavirus. This story proves to us again that eating wild animals is not necessarily nutritious and even have great potential threat to humans because they haven't been quarantined, and indirectly lead to the extinction of this wild animal and damage the ecological environment. After knowing the ending of this story, do you dare to take risks to eat wild animals? The bad habit of overeating wild animals are an important reason for the phenomenon of wild animal hunting. Wild animals hunted indiscriminately are sold to the restaurant and hotel for making dishes or food for profit, which not only cause great damage to wild animal population but also ruin the social atmospheres. The behavior of eating wild animals has become a major hidden danger to public health security, which have been strongly reflected by all sectors of society. That's all from me. Thank you.